زيك ما لقيت يا وطني أنا هنا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Balancing Act. I am your host, Dad, and I'm so excited to be here today so I can talk to you about my New Year's resolutions. Girl, we're talking 2025, lock in, the girl of our dreams, and I'm going to share with you all the resolutions that I have written down. And I have literally written quarterly resolutions. So it's not just for the whole year. Like, I'm going to tap back in and I'm literally gonna tap in every single 3 months. Without any further ado, let's get into the podcast. Okay, girls, so let me just tell you, my first New Year's resolution is to center God in everything that I do. And what I mean by that is, I'm not the girl that I used to be a couple of years ago. I used to go to the masjid for tarawih, for tahajjud, for my salahs, go to maghrib randomly, unprovoked. You know what I'm saying? Make i'tikaf, stay over in the masjid. That's just not me anymore. I'm not somebody who's worshiping God physically as much as I would like to, or as much as I would have in the past. My life now is like, sometimes it's like 9 p.m. and I just think to myself, where did the day go? What even happened here? Like, my style of worshiping has completely changed, and I am going to lean into this new style, which means before I even wake up in the morning, I'm gonna read a little dua, renew my intentions, ask Allah to put barakah in my day. Before I use the bathroom, I'm gonna read some dua. When I wake up in the morning, as I'm washing dishes, while I'm cleaning my house, while I'm cooking some food, I'm always gonna renew my intentions. That way, everything I'm doing is to be for my family, to be a better Muslim, to be pleasing to God. Because who told you that the acts that you do at home every single day as a mom were not acts of worship? This is literally my little kingdom. Just wanted to share that because I feel like as the mommies, girl, 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 are you listening to me? The way that I worship Allah now is so different. Friend, I was the praying in the masjid, going to tarawih, tahajjud, qiyam. What? What is that? Me. Girl, please, what are you talking about? Your girl gotta make up 45 days of fasting Ramadan after breastfeeding, childbirth, pregnancy. 45 days I need to make up. Okay? Who's praying all night long? Not me, because I need to be asleep so I can wake up for my baby in the morning. Who is at the masjid for all their salahs? Friend, I was literally thinking about, if I go to Umrah right now, I'm actually only going to be able to pray in the masjid and then go back home. Like, I'm not going to be somebody who's at the masjid 24/7 because that's not my life anymore. And so my first New Year's resolution is to literally just lean in to the quality of my life, lean into motherhood, and just accept that, like, my life and my way of worship is going to be very different from what it used to be in the past. He made this my act of worship. This motherhood, okay? So I'm really leaning into motherhood this year, okay? And that brings me to my resolution number 2. My second New Year's resolution is to literally lean into motherhood. Like, no more parenting while the TV is on and I'm on my phone and I'm half asleep on the couch. Because I figured that actually makes it so much harder, because then I'm feeling like, oh my God, I've missed out, or like I feel like my life has changed so much, or like, it stripped me of so much of my autonomy and my agency. But truly, if I lean into motherhood just a little bit and I start spending time with my kid doing stuff that we both enjoy, like going for a hike maybe and like pushing him with me, that way he can get that outdoor scenery and it's good for him, and I'm also doing something that I would enjoy personally. That's my style of parenting, bro. I just need to do more of that. I need to do more of the things that I enjoy. Like the other day, I was literally thinking, bro, you think I could take my son to the gym? Do you think I could take my son to the gym? Obviously it's not safe, so that one's not no. But the idea is, I really, in the beginning, I used to do a lot of like, Mom, can I drop the baby off with you really quickly? I gotta grab some groceries. It's gonna make me like take forever if I try and do it with him. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I just need to take the baby with me, because then he's actually like getting some outdoor fresh air. He's learning about the groceries and the vegetables and the fruits that are in the aisles. And we're going home and he's getting tired and taking a nap, as opposed to what would have happened alternatively, which is that he probably would have been propped up in front of the TV while I was getting my groceries super quickly. But instead, it might take me like an extra 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, But I feel so much more productive, and I feel like I'm really leaning into this motherhood bag. So that's my resolution number 2. I'm really trying to lean into motherhood. I'm really trying to like be present with it and accept it, and like see if I could take my kid to the yoga place, see if I could take my kid with me to dinner, to brunch, out with my friends, take the baby with me as opposed to just leave the baby and like completely separate our lives. I'm trying to integrate our lives together. Yeah, that's number 2. Okay, so my New Year's resolution number 3 is to live a healthier lifestyle. If I told you guys, I've tried every single diet on the planet and I have thought about being skinny every single day of my entire life, really. And I realized that the restrictive diets, the extreme diets, depriving myself like a crazy person, all it ever does is make me lose weight and then gain it right back, or I end up crashing and then just completely quitting because it's too hard. So this time around, I am just going to incorporate more whole grain, more whole foods, eat more nutritiously, actually recognize what I'm putting into my body. My goal is at the end of every single night to ask myself, have I watered my body? Have I fed my body nutritious, healthy foods? What did I put into my body today? How did I care for my body today? Because it really is about health and about being empowered and about actually caring about the body that I live in. Trying to regulate my hormones as a woman, as a mother, trying to regulate myself, because eventually that stuff adds up and it shows up in how you parent and how you live your life and the quality of your life and your relationships with your friends and your family. If you have patience, if you're short, if you're irritable, if you're angry, all that stuff has to do with your diet and how much sleep you're getting and how healthy you live. And so trying to get my 7 hours of sleep every single night, because I read somewhere that if you lose 1 hour of sleep, it takes, I think, 3 days for your nervous system to regulate from that 1 hour that it's been deprived of. So getting my sleep every single night and eating healthier whole foods, because I actually care about my body and I'm trying to live healthier because I love this body. I care so much about this body and I want that to show up in the way that I eat and how I treat it, as opposed to being obsessed with being skinny and trying to look a certain way. I'm really just trying to live better so I can live longer, so I can have more energy, so I can be more present, so I can be more, the best version of myself. It's really about health and not about obsessing about weight loss. Yay! If you knew the body dysmorphia I've struggled with in my life, you would be so proud of the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. Oh my goodness. Yes, alhamdulillah, Allahumma barik. It's taken such a long time. It's such a hard journey. But I'm going to create a podcast about health and how I've reached this point and the books that I've been reading and how they've just transformed my beliefs and how I see health and life and living, as opposed to how I was feeling before. Because I really feel like I learned some stuff that are so cool. They're really going to change your lives, guys. I'm serious. I'm going to make that video. My New Year's resolution number 4 is my relationships. I am creating a podcast about relationships that I really want you guys to hear, because woof, I have had to like literally fail at all my relationships in order to rebuild them and have a much better relationship with the people in my life. But what I really want to do this year is show up a lot more. And that means for my dad, like I want to pick up the phone and call and say, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are your knees? How are your legs? Are you in any pain? What medication are you taking? Let me research the medication. Are there healthier alternatives? I Googled this thing online and there's this healthy supplement that's really good for your health. You should try that instead. And like actually going to the house and like spending time with him and like turning off the TV and being present and maybe talking to him about health or nutrition or how to read a nutrition label. Like whatever the case may be, there's so much knowledge that we have accumulated because we stand on the shoulders of giants and we've learned so much. Their sacrifices have gotten us to the point where we can learn so much information, and I only want to be able to return that information, to redistribute it back to them. And I really just want to spend more time like being grateful and being thankful and being present, because I feel like I haven't done the best with my family relationships, especially because I've always felt like it's my parents' responsibility to kind of pour into me and like always want to build a relationship with me and bond with me, but I haven't really gotten that. And I think my parents, just growing up the way that they did, Black folks in the United States, immigrants, low income, whatever it be, they didn't really have much energy left at the end of the day of working like 2 jobs in order to pay basic bills. And so I think a lot of the reason why they really weren't always trying to engage with me is because they were just tired and exhausted. And so now that I have some of that energy, I really want to try to pour back into those relationships with my parents because I love them so much and I don't know how much time I have with them. And I really want to make sure that I have something to remember for me and my kid. And I want to do right by God as well. And so I really want to treat my parents in the best way, you know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and I really want to make sure that I treat them with ihsan, which is the best of your time, the best of your money, the best of your patience, the best is for your parents. And yeah, that's as far as my relationships with my parents. As far as relationships as a whole, I'm going to be more patient, more kind. I want to actually lean into every single one. I want to see how I can show up better for the people in my life, my cousins, my friends, my husband, my kid. You know, like, what do you need from me? How can I be more supportive? And that's only happening with therapy because I have the space and the capacity to actually extend some more compassion or care or love to these people. And I really just want to like be more inquisitive, you know, like ask my little cousin about how school is going and like what projects he has coming up and if he needs something, and then like maybe get him some supplies on my way home one random day because he mentioned to me that he wants it. I want to be more thoughtful, I want to be more caring, and I want to reinvest a lot more into my relationships. So yeah, that's my goal number. Was that 4? I lost count, girl. I lost count. I know it was 4. All right, my next New Year's resolution is to take better care of my skin and my body. Do you guys understand that I try to take care of my skin every single year? And every single year, it doesn't work out for me. I either give up, I get lazy, the routine is too complicated, there's too many steps. Everybody just keeps trying to sell you a billion products. I have a simple routine now. It's about 3 to 4 steps. I do it every night before I go to sleep. And I'm also taking care of my oral care, baby. If you didn't get an electric toothbrush, I'm getting one too. Make sure you get one. My dentist was like, get an electric toothbrush, girl. And also a like water flosser, and making sure I brush my teeth twice a day so I don't corrode my teeth from all the acidity that's living in my teeth at the end of every single night. I'm really just all about caring for my body. Like, you know what I'm saying? This body's going to catch up to you, and you only get one, and it has to last you a very long time. And also, it's an amana from Allah. So I really feel like we have to take care and better care of our bodies. My next goal has been my goal since maybe I was a kid. This New Year's resolution is for me to be able to read Quran fluently. I literally want, just for the record, for you guys to hear how I sound when I read Quran, because I want you guys to hold me accountable, and I also want to look back at this video and see if I kept my promise, which I will, because I know I will. But this is essentially how I read Quran, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة. I'm not sure if that was right or wrong, but very slow. Maybe it's not perfect. Excuse me if it's wrong, but I'm really trying to next year be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get into the surah quickly, and not because I'm in a rush to read Quran, but because I want it to just flow from my tongue. I want it to be really easy for me to read Quran. I've always loved and envied that from like folks who could do it, who just sit there and read Quran like, mashallah, tabarakallah, Allahumma barik. That's my goal. I really want that for myself, and I'm gonna make it happen this year. I'm literally just watching YouTube videos, by the way. I feel like I've tried to learn from people before, but they always try to make it so complicated and teach me how to do i'rab, and I'm like, bro, relax. I just want to learn how to read Quran. Just teach me the secrets. I just want to know the secrets. But I'm doing online. I'll link the guy that I'm following. But basically, he just teaches you how to read like each letter, and then connect the letters, and then connect the sound of the letters, and the different kinds of sound, and then connect the whole word, and then eventually how to read the whole ayah, because it has all the tashkil already, so it makes it great. But yes, guys, I love this goal. I really want this goal so bad. Inshallah, I mean. Make dua for me, because your dua are going to make it happen. Oh, this resolution. Social media, the podcast. First of all, I'm going to share every other week, because that's what worked for me as a mama. The problem last time was that I was not doing it right. I even got, y'all, this new year, this is the resolution. Oh my God. This resolution is for me to get structured. It's for me to be disciplined and to be on a schedule. Because if it's one thing about mother, you know what? One thing about motherhood is that literally motherhood feels like you're being pushed. as you're walking down the street, somebody's pushing you from behind, and you gotta like pick up the speed. Otherwise, if you're too slow, they're gonna catch you and push you again. And if you fall down, they're still pushing you until you get up. While you're roll on the floor, get up and continue to walk faster. Literally, I have never been forced to get my act together the way I have as a mom. I have to get up. Because if I'm just getting up right before my baby wakes up, then immediately I'm waking up and becoming a servant. So I gotta get up, right? Pray Fajr on time. Take some moments afterwards for me to really ground myself. Maybe meditate, read some Quran. Then I can go lay back down if I want to, but really I should be exercising for an hour. And then making some breakfast for my family, starting my day. You understand? Then going to work or doing something with my kid or doing this side work that I need to do. But the idea is that I'm trying so desperately hard to be structured. I am going to create a podcast every other week because that's a structure that works for me. A big part of getting scheduled correctly or structuring your life or becoming disciplined is having a plan or a system that works for you. And my goal, this resolution, is to get structured with plans that makes sense for my life and having a system that works and sticking to it. I'm not kidding, y'all. I'm not kidding. This podcast is going to be out every other week. I'm going to post on social media every single day. And I'm going to use those apps that help you post on every single social media platform because, baby, if you thought I was going to do it myself, I think that's my battle all this time. I've been trying to do it myself when there's a website that could work for me. But anyways, structure, baby. Y'all gonna love me in 2025. And then my last New Year's resolution is for me to be a very soft, gentle, feminine, in my feminine energy as a woman, as a wife. I am going to be the softest wife you guys have ever seen. I'm going to be, oh, will you take out the garbage, please? Oh, my God. Don't even worry about it. It's going to take 30 minutes. It's okay. Don't even worry. Wow. Look. The couch is a mess. It's okay. I'm going to clean it. Or maybe, will you please clean it? That's gonna be me. That's gonna be how soft I live, bro. No more days of being a man. Cause I feel like, wallahi al-azim, I've spent so many years of my life being a man. Living with two older brothers will literally force you to become a man. To live in your masculine energy. Cause every single day you're fighting for your life. So now that I am a little princess, a little married wifey princess, I'm going to be so soft, y'all. I'm going to be compassionate. I'm going to be soft and be done. Just wait. I'm going to check back in with y'all. This one's the hardest one for me, by the way. But this one, I'm going to make this happen. Just watch. And yes, you guys, honestly, I feel like that's it for my New Year's resolutions. I'm also trying to keep it very simple. And I'm trying to keep it centered around God and family and myself and work. And it's a lot of goals. But yes, these are my New Year's resolutions. You know, I've seen some girl do like her resolutions from the year before and then a year later, and I'm so excited. Inshallah, ya Rab, I make all these resolutions come true, and I hope that you guys make yours come true as well. Please share them with me because I actually want to know every single one of all of your New Year's resolutions. That's true. I love you guys so much. I leave you in the care of Allah. Sadakum Allah, alladhi la yadi'u wa da'i'a. I think that's how that goes. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. And I can't wait to see you on next week's episodes where we were talking about relationships and how I've destroyed mine and rebuilt them and how I've learned so much about how I may actually be the culprit in so many of my relationships and how I needed a lot of self-awareness, a lot of recognizing my own mistakes, and a lot of accountability to realize that it takes two to tango. So if you got beef with your family, surprise! Surprise, surprise! You're also to blame. So, I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Bye!